Hey everybody, it is Chynna from the CW Reads, and today I wanted to go over quickly with you my Summer Biannual Bibliothon at TBR. If you don't know what the Biannual Bibliothon is, it is a readathon that comes around twice a year, once in the summer, once in the winter, and it is hosted by a few fellow booktubers, and I will have all their links to the channels down below if you're interested in learning more about this readathon. I participated in the Winter Biannual Bibliothon for last year and I really enjoyed it and had a lot of fun, but I thought I would try it again over the summer. So I have books pretty much for every challenge. There are 7 challenges and reading challenges as well as video challenges. I won't be partaking in the video challenges because I am actually changing the direction of my channel, which I will explain in another video. But I am participating obviously in the reading challenges, and then also there are blog challenges and Instagram challenges, so I will be participating in those as well, and I will have the links to both of my Instagram and blog down below if you guys want to see my posts, as well as the host for the blog and the Instagram challenges if you are interested in partaking in that. So without further ado, let's get into the video. The first challenge is to read the group book. Every year there is a group book that they choose to read, and at the end of the readathon they have a live show where the hosts talk about the group book and you guys can join along as well. And this year the group book is The Wicked Deed by Shay Earnshaw. I'm really excited that this is the group book because I've actually been wanting to read this book, but I haven't necessarily been in the mood to read a book like this. I've mentioned this book on my channel before in a book haul, I think, but this is essentially a book about these witches who are sisters and are in this Pacific Northwest town, and they kind of put a curse over this city that they live in, and every year, every summer, they come back and basically drown these boys that come to this town. And years and centuries later, our main character Penny knows everything about this curse, and when this boy Bo Carter comes along, she kind of wants to protect him from these witches. And this just sounds like a really interesting book, and it's kind of very similar to Hocus Pocus, which is like one of my favorite Halloween movies. So I'm really excited that this was a book chosen for the group book. And it's fairly short, so I think I can get through it fairly quickly. And yeah, so I'm really excited to get into this one. But the next challenge is to read a book from someone else's TBR. And this challenge was actually kind of hard to pick a book for because I wasn't sure if I wanted to wait till all the other TBRs came out of the host or anyone else participating in this readathon. But I decided to actually look at the host's past TBRs from past biannual bibliothons, and I actually found one that I was really interested in reading. It's another fairly short book that I think I can get through the week. While I do have books for each challenge, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get through all of them. So I chose fairly quick and easy books to try my best. But that book is Every Heart a Doorway by Seanan McGuire. This book is basically about these children that are in this wayward home, and they kind of slip through the cracks and find this doorway that opens to a magical world. I don't know a lot about this book, but I kind of want to keep it that way just because it seems like that's the kind of book it is. Like, you don't really want to know too much about it. I've heard really great things about this trilogy, and it just sounds like something I would really like. I love fantasy series that have kind of like a separate magical world from our own, and this magical world actually sounds like something that you don't really want to find, especially for the children that are in these books. So yeah, I'm really hoping I can get through that book because it is fairly short, and so I might pick it up on Kindle. I don't have a physical copy, but either that or I'll see if it's at the library. But yeah, I'm really excited to hopefully get to that one as well. The next challenge is to read the first 3 chapters of 3 books that you've been wanting to read and pick your favorite. So I don't actually have a book for this yet because I thought it would be fun to actually read those 3 chapters during the readathon and then pick it during the readathon. And because I am doing a vlog for this readathon, so I thought it'd be fun to kind of share that with you guys during my vlog. So I don't have a book for that challenge, and I haven't picked what 3 books I want to try out yet. This one I'm still not sure if I'll be able to participate in because there are 7 challenges, and like I said, I'm a pretty slow reader, so I don't know if I'll be able to get through all of these books. If I do get through the ones I have picked, maybe I will get to that one as well. So challenge 4 is to read a book that's been on your TBR shelf for over a year. And for this one, I am choosing When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon. This book came out last summer, and I wasn't really into reading contemporaries a lot, but I have been reading a lot more lately. And I also just got from Twinkle with Love, which is her 2nd novel. When Dimple Met Rishi was her debut novel, and that was another book that kind of just blew up all over Booktube, and so many people said it's so good, and I have been getting more into contemporaries, so I thought I would try that one before I get to this one to see if I like Sandhya Menon's writing. And When Dimple Met Rishi is about a Indian American girl who is arranged to be married to an Indian American boy, but Dimple doesn't necessarily want to go with the tradition of her Indian heritage, but Rishi does, and they actually find out that they are going to the same summer camp, and when they meet they kind of see what happens, and if they like each other, like maybe they'll get married. But it sounds like a really cute contemporary novel that I think I will like. I thought it was perfect for the summer too, because it's a kind of a romancy summer book, and I actually think I'll listen to the audiobook for this because I'm trying to read more than just physical books, because just to try and get as many books as I can. So challenge number 5 is a predicted 5-star read. And for that one, this was really hard to choose because a lot of the books that I think that are 5-star reads are really long, and I don't think that I would get through them throughout a whole week. So I decided to go with Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. This is another pretty short book. It's around the same size as The Wicked Deep, and I actually got this in my Owl Crate box, and this one sounds like a book that I would be really into because I love fantasies and the whole like Norse mythology that it stems from. It sounds really interesting. And this book is essentially about our main character, Aileen. She lost her brother, but when she is fighting on the battlefield, she actually sees her brother 5 years later and is really confused, and mostly because he is fighting on the wrong side. And so she kind of is forced to go to that rival clan and to figure out why he's alive and why he's on that side in the beginning. And he's over on that side. The village that she is in, called the Riki village, actually gets raided, and she is kind of forced to help the rival side. And this sounds really, really interesting. When it first came out, I really wanted to read it, and I think it'll be a 5-star read because it's just another fantasy book that I think I would love, and any books that have like a strong female warrior character as the main character. And yeah. So challenge number 6 is read an own voices novel that's different from you. And basically that means to read a novel by an author who relates to their main character in some way, whether it's through their nationality or race or through their gender identity, that they relate to the character but is different from you. So I'm actually going to double up on this challenge, and I'm going to use When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon that I just talked about, because Sandhya Menon is an Indian American writer and the 2 main characters in the story are Indian American as well. Challenge 7 and the last challenge for this readathon is read the last book that you bought. And the last book I bought, I actually bought 2 books. One of them I'm reading right now, so I'm gonna go with Sleeping Giants by Sylvian Neuville. I really don't know if I said that right. This book I actually discovered on book roast channel, and it just sounded really interesting to me about our main character named Rose, and she falls through the earth, lands in the palm of a giant metal hand. 17 years later, she is now a highly trained physicist and leads a top secret team to figure out what this hand is and where it has come from, and it just sounds really interesting to me. It kind of sounds like very Transformers-esque, and it's also in like interview format. It's media format basically, so I think I can get through this fairly quickly. I'm really excited about this one as well. It is a trilogy, and I did buy the American version of it, but I really want to buy the UK version of it because it looks absolutely beautiful. So I like this one. Hopefully I will buy all 3 of the other books with the UK version. Alright everybody, so that concludes my TBR for the Summer Biannual Bibliothon. Let me know if you are participating in this bibliothon and what books you will be reading. And also let me know if you are participating in any of the challenges, whether it be the video challenges or the blog or Instagram challenges. I would love to see what you guys do with them as well. So I will see you all for another video soon, and ta-ta for now and happy reading. Bye!